Here's a simple way to improve your musical ear with a song I bet you already know. This simple and beautiful song clearly features several musical elements that every musician ought to totally internalize if they want to get better at playing by ear. By internalizing the song in a certain way, which I'll guide you through, you will totally get these elements down. Too often, we try to train our ears with ear training exercises that don't live within a musical context. And as you probably know, that doesn't help us really all that much when we jam with other musicians or learn a tune by ear. In today's video, we are going to use the song Auld Lang Syne to improve our instant awareness of these things. Melodies that outline the tonic triad, that's the one chord. Melodies that move by a perfect fourth, and you can check out the last couple of my videos for a deep dive into that interval. Melodies that really stay within the first few notes of the scale, do, re, and mi, and the sound of the major pentatonic scale. Also, the sound of a half step, the sound of three principal harmonies, the three principal harmonies, the one chord, the four chord, and the five chord. And it will tune our ears to the sound of a slightly more advanced harmonic progression, the 5 of 6. We're going to get all of these out of doing a practice with one simple song. When you're done, you're going to notice that these patterns start popping out at you in other music that you like. And it'll make it easier for you to play those by ear because you'll be hearing not just notes, but patterns, chunks, almost like the difference between knowing words and knowing letters. You'll be amazed at how learning music by ear gets easier and easier the more of this kind of thing you do. In fact, at the end of the video, there's an opportunity to practice what you've learned. I'm Hans at tuneindigo.com. Let's get started. Now, first of all, I'm going to assume that you know the song, Auld Lang Syne. And if you do, start just kind of playing that back in your mind. If you don't, turn to your favorite music streaming service and give it a few listens. This kind of ear training relies on your knowing what I call the model song really well. That way, your brain is already wired to the elements you'll be learning from it. Now, to practice, you can sing along with me on this video. You can also download the PDF and practice singing on your own. It's linked in the description. And for you advanced folks, I've got some special challenges for you that are going to keep you growing even if you've mastered these simple elements. Auld Lang Syne is a song we sing every year at New Year's. Its text is by the Scottish poet Robert Burns, and the melody is based on an older folk song. The song sounds like this. Listen to the top part of the keyboard, and if you're more advanced, pay attention to the bass as well. Okay, now our first step is to sing the melody in solfège. And by doing this, it reveals the patterns. When you can sing something in solfège, you've internalized it. And if you take this and memorize the song and sing it in solfège, it's going to be awesome. So here's the way the solfège goes. Here's the song. I'll sing it to you now in solfège. So, do, ti, do, mi, re, do, mi, so, la, so, mi, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do. La, sol, mi, do, re, la, La, sol, mi, sol, la. La, sol, mi, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do. First, let's walk through these patterns. Now, it starts with a perfect fourth. So, do. And the perfect fourth is very common, and in this case, like in many instances of a perfect fourth, it goes from so, do. There are lots of perfect fourths in the major scale. Actually, there are a sixth and then one tritone. But this perfect fourth, so, do, is particularly important. And this, just like or, it goes from so to do. And instead, part of what's really good about what we're doing here is instead of just getting that interval one time from one song, you're going through these different songs and you're internalizing so to do in lots of different situations. Okay, so now, so, do, ti, do, mi, re, mi, re, do, mi, so. Okay, so now what I just did there, do, mi, so, I've outlined the tonic triad. In other words, the notes do, mi, and so constitute the tonic triad. Now, I've said this over and over again, and the reason it keeps coming up is because melodies that outline the tonic triad are very common, so you really want to get those recognized, right? You want to hear them and just be like, oh, that's the tonic triad. I remember you, right? Do, mi, so. So we've got that going up. Do, mi, so, la. So, mi, do. And now we've got the tonic triad going down. So, mi, do. So there are those instances of the tonic triad. Not only that, but this song also reveals a half step. So, do, ti, do. So, do, ti, do. So, do, ti, do is a half step, and there are only two half steps in the major scale, one between do and ti, and the other between fa and mi. But right now we're just thinking do, ti, do. Now, does that occur anywhere else in the song? I'm going to play quickly and see if you can determine if there are any other half steps in the song, if there are any other half steps. There are not any other half steps. So that's the only half step in the song. In fact, the reason that there are no other half steps is because other than that one little half step, the song is in the pentatonic scale. So here's another bonus for you. You get to hear and internalize the sound of the pentatonic scale by singing Auld Lang Syne. Also, notice that the range of the song, which goes from this so all the way up to this la. So it's the range of a ninth, an octave, and a step. Most of the melody stays within do, re, mi, which is in the middle of the range. So we've got the beginning, we've got the high part, and then we've also got most of it is right in here. Right here. So think about that. There's a lot of energy that gets built up, and a lot of songs that you'll probably be trying to learn by ear in your time as a musician hang out right here in this do, re, do, mi area. Okay, so we've sung the song. We've identified several patterns that it features in this very simple melody. And now let's listen to the bass line. And the cool thing about bass lines is most of the time, especially in pop and rock music, the bass is going to tell you the name of the chord, right? So I'll play a two-part version of this and just notice the bass line. Now, when you're learning a song on your own, you're going to want to be able to do this. You're going to want to be able to untangle in your mind the melody from the bass line. And then the other inner parts between the high and the low part will give you the chord qualities, the colors, and things like that. But for starters, let's sing the bass line in solfège. Then we'll sing it in numbers, because we often think harmonically with numbers. And we'll talk about what's in there. As you get better at hearing two parts, the top part of any musical texture and the bottom part, you'll get better and better at figuring out the chords. Now, in this case, it's just the principal harmonies, just 1, 4, and 5 most of the time. So, do, so, do, so, do, fa, do, so, si, la, fa, so, do, fa, do, so, fa, do, fa, do, so, si, la, fa, so, do. Now I'll sing the song for you in numbers, because we often think of harmonies in numbers. Now, thinking melodically in solfège and hearing the bass line that way is really important, because it internalizes it within this framework of little words. But also numbers are helpful too in this case, because we think of harmony in numbers, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. In fact, this song has almost only just the 1, the 4, and the 5, what we call the principal harmonies. The do chord, the 1 chord, the fa chord, the 4 chord, and the so chord, the 5 chord. And 2 other little tricky ones. Not tricky. They're not tricky. They're just tasty. They're not the principal harmonies. You'll probably notice that I sneak 1 solfège syllable in there for reasons I'm not going to explain, but it'll make sense to those of you who are keyed into secondary dominance. 5, 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 4, 4, 1, 5, C, 6, 4, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 5, C, la, 4, 5, 1. So if you practice that, it will internalize your ability to recognize the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Now, did you notice that there was a place, well, you probably noticed the place where I sang C instead of something else. And the reason for that is because it's the third of a secondary dominant. Now, if that's unfamiliar to you, don't even worry about it. You focus on the 1, the 4, and the 5 chord. But for those of you who are ready, we've got this 5 of 6, which has C in the bottom. And we're voice leading from the 5 chord with so in the bottom, C, to the 6 or La. 4, 5, 1. Now, if I was just teaching you theory, I would just tell you these things. But what you really want to do is get these into your ear in a way that they are recognizable. And this 5 of 6 is very recognizable, especially if you hear it as so, si, la. Because 9 times out of 10, if you hear that musical pattern, you're going to recognize that you're hearing a secondary dominant, the 5 of 6. All right, so we've gone through all these patterns. Now let's do a little practice. In this practice, I've put together 4 short little phrases that are variations, right? So we're moving just like 1 degree of separation off the actual song. Within your musical world, you've got all sorts of kinds of music that's happening, and these melodies and patterns and chord progressions are, free floating around. And so let's just say maybe that's like 12 degrees of separation, the infinite variety of music, as Leonard Bernstein called it, right? But here, we're just going to take some melodies that are almost the same that I've created for you. The value of doing that is that it gives you just a very gentle way to start to practice hearing and recognizing immediately. All right, so here's the first one. Here's the first one. And I'll play these in 2 parts, and your goal is to hear it. I'll play each one a couple times, and then I'll reveal the melody by singing it to you in solfège, and then I'll also reveal the bass line by singing it to you in solfège. So here's the first one. It sounds like this. Here it is again. Now here it is in solfège, the melody. So, do, mi, re, mi. And now sing that back with me. So, do, mi, re, mi. And now here's the bass line. So, do, so, do. And in numbers, it sounds like this. 5, 1, 5, 1. Here's number 2. Sounds like this. I'll play it twice for you. With solfège. So, do, mi, re, do, ti. Bass line. So, do, so, do, so. Chord numbers. 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. Number 3. Solfège. So, do, mi, re, mi, mi. Again. So, do, mi, re, mi, mi. Bass line in solfège. So, do, so, si, la. Again. So, do, so, si, la. Or with numbers. 5, 1, 5, C, 6. And now the last one, number 4, is this is the last one. I guess that's really all there is to say. It sounds like this. Again. solfège of the melody. La, sol, mi, do, re, do. Again. La, sol, mi, do, re, do. Bass line, solfège, fa, do, so, do. Again. Fa, do, so, do. Numbers. 4, 1, 5, 1. Last time. 4, 1, 5, 1. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, or if you have a request for another song you want me to break apart in this way, drop it in the comments. There are lots of other resources at tuneindigolearning.com. Please pay us a visit, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks for listening.